I coach Madeline in girls cross country. So she was a newcomer this year, a freshman, and she was definitely working hard even in our summer practices and definitely very determined. And then a couple weeks into the season, she found out she had a stress fracture. She had to totally shut down from running completely. So despite that, she was at practice every single day, out cheering the girls on in workouts. When we went to meets, I would hand her the clipboard and she would get times and places for me, which can be kind of overwhelming, especially if you're a freshman, like watching everybody finish and trying to keep track of everything, but she did a great job with it. And she was always so excited. And for one of our meets, she actually made posters for all the girls that were racing. And she took notes on some of the courses as we raced them because she was like so excited to race them for next year. So she just has a lot of enthusiasm and spirit that is not real common for a freshman. Always has a great positive attitude, yep. Even though she was, confined to a boot for one of her legs, she was still at the meets, walking around with the girls, cheering them on, and she's like, I'm just ready to get out there and run whenever I can.
I nominated Beverly for Student of the Month because she is a pleasure to have in class. She works really hard. She is in my geometry class. So Beverly can be a little shy and maybe more quiet and reserved. So if you ever get the opportunity to meet Beverly, please introduce yourself to her. She would be a wonderful friend. She's the kind of kid that even if it doesn't come easy to her, she still wants to learn it. She doesn't give up and she tries really hard. She asks questions. She doesn't mind doing something over again so she knows she's doing it correctly. And that's really good to see as a teacher. I think when you become a teacher, you do it for a couple different reasons. One, because you have a passion for teaching, maybe you have a passion for your subject area, and two, because you care about children and you want to help them be successful. And Beverly's the kind of kid that makes you realize that you are happy to be a teacher and you're glad that you chose that profession.
Benson was nominated for Student of the Month because it was a day when she came down with Mr. Bear, one of her teachers, and it was a situation where she was dealing with a student, a friend of hers, someone that she was kind of friendly with from another building, and the student had kind of expressed some feelings of possible self-harm. And so Haley was so concerned that she went to Mr. Bear, who came down to me, and we reached out to the other school and just to make sure the student was okay. The student's fine, got some help, but the bottom line is that she cared enough about somebody that she really wasn't even great friends with that she reached out and made sure that they were okay. So that's why I nominated her. I think the character trait that it shows is concern for others. She was really concerned and wanted to make sure that that student was safe and was really worried about their well-being. And so she was thinking about other people rather than herself. I really think that what it says, the message it sends, or the example that it sets for other students is to be an upstander. We talk about this as a program for many years now. We try to create a culture where students care about others. And a bystander is somebody who just sits back and watches bad things happen. And where an upstander is somebody who's going to get involved, and there's a variety of ways to get involved and intercede on behalf of somebody that needs help. And so the message or the example I would like others to take from this is if you see somebody in trouble, get them help. And just you got to do something. It's not always one exact answer, not always one exact remedy, but you want to do something to help that student.
Ms. Perino and I decided that Delilah presented herself very respectfully, and she was advocating for a topic that most senior level students would not be comfortable addressing, but she showed maturity and respect when she was talking about a topic that really meant a lot to her, and so that really showed to both of us. The assignment that we had was this I Believe essay. Students can look at other essays that were written by other students and other individuals, and they primarily cover topics that are of importance to those individuals. And so we had the students write an essay on these topics. And Delilah chose to talk about her belief in anti-gun violence.
Generally speaking, Delilah is very quiet in class and reserved. And with this speech and with this paper, she was very outspoken and passionate because it was personal. She just was very strong and courageous. We were very impressed with her ability to come out of her shell and actually share something that is a hot topic, and to present to her peers and tell something so personal. I mean, it really rang true to us, and we were very proud of her and admired her for her courage to share such a personal story, and to have such a strong opinion. And we really feel sure that she could really be an advocate, a person to help other people with this issue. I just think that this rings true to her, and I think that maybe because she's so passionate about it, it could be something that she could foresee in her future as potentially like a career, or just something that she strives to continue with throughout her life and really help other people. And that's what we were really inspired by as well.
JAMEA, she took a problem that she was sort of experiencing on her own and decided that she was going to make it a positive outcome. And so in her This I Believe essay, she sort of demonstrated what that concern was for her.
We were really proud of her for finding a solution to a problem and going out on her own and doing something so positive.
In particular, she found sort of like a therapeutic website that allowed her to seek help on her own, and then she decided that she was going to become a part of that website and sort of give help to others. I can see JAMEA being like a counselor, or like a therapist of some sort, someone who is always sort of helping others. I think that she's well deserved of this, and I think she's a wonderful person. I think she has a bright future ahead of her.